Hey everyone, Dylan here from Iceberg TV. Today is Weird Stuff Wednesday. We're gonna do a little bit of a different kind of episode than we usually do. Usually I like to showcase one disc and do an entire video on it, but I've been going through a lot of used bins over the last few months, and there's a lot of discs I don't know if a lot of you guys have seen yet. We've got the PFN Star Skeeter in the house. We've got the 2010 150 gram Millennium JLS, and we've got a pretty cool old school Elite Z Wasp. A lot of discs, not only just these, a bunch of other discs that I'm really excited to test out and throw today. Not exactly Weird Stuff Wednesday discs per se, but stuff that's new to me, probably new to you, you've never seen before. And come on now, who doesn't love a good Skeeter? Let me know, comment down below if you've ever thrown the Skeeter. Oh, it's a beauty. That was a lot straighter. It kind of feels stable in the hand, but a lot more straight than I thought it would be. Got the Elite Z Wasp. Let's see if this guy's got a little more stability than the old Skeeter. Oh yeah, that's a Wasp. And then we'll see how the old school JLS is flying. It does clock in at a 150 grams, so let's put her on some hyzer. Oh, that's nice. That is so nice. The 150 boy is like that? That's nice. A couple other discs we'll be featuring today. We've got the new alloy function. Super curious to see how this flies. We've got a vintage S-Line CD2 from Discmania. Pretty cool old Innova Run CD2. Feels absolutely money in the hand. And then another kind of weird one. First run, Nuke SS, board flat. Higher parting line than most Nuke SS's I've ever seen. Super curious to see how this flies as well. And a lot of you wouldn't believe me seeing how it is out today. We had snow in Charlotte just less than a week ago, and now it's 75 and sunny. Perfect weather for disc golf. Hopefully we can throw some fire shots out here today. That JLS has me getting pretty excited about some of the discs we get to test out today. I have hard committed to the Latitude 64 Peak as my putter for the year. I've really been enjoying it. My Circle 1 putting has been the best it's ever been. So hopefully we continue on that trend today. Boom. All right, the island basket's not in play, but nobody's over there right now, so I figure this is a great opportunity to try out the new Birdie Metal Flake Ultra. Apparently these are a little more pushy and a little more straight than the old run. This guy is a lot more gummy in hand than I thought it would be. They look really sweet, a little too gummy for my liking, but the flight was nice and stable. And this would have been a really nice plastic for the winter. So I'm sure I'd like the feel and hand a lot better if it were a little bit colder. Oh, that's nice. All right, this shot with the DD, it snuck through a lot and then kicked right. So this is like a next level drive on this hole. I don't have a ton of room to work it, but we're just gonna put up in the air and see what she can do. Stay turned. Oh, in and out burger. All right, got another par 4 here, 625 feet. Great opportunity to check out some of these distance drivers. We got a first run Nuke SS, then we'll throw the C-Line DD, and then the vintage S-Line CD2. Very excited about that CD2. It's nice and domey, and the plastic feels incredible. Oh, that's a beefy Nuke SS if I've ever seen one. I have a red Nuke SS that is like just as flippy as the function. I expect this DD to be way flippier than the Nuke. Yeah, okay, that late flipped. Does she come out? No, drilled the tree. The CD2 is the one I'm most excited about. Pop Top S-Line CD2. I have not felt one of these that feels this good. I feel like I can really just crush this flat. Oh yeah, that thing bombs. Nuke SS put us just inside Skeeter range here. We're gonna aim right at that pole up high, get it to just try and drift from left to right the whole way. That's the drift. Oh, look at the pollen explode off that tree. Allergy season is among us, folks. She's flippy. The old Skeeter. Skeeter is really interesting. It's like right in between a Mako and an Aero. It's like a domey, slower Mako, at least how it feels in the hand. Got another par 4 here. We're gonna go with the stable Nuke SS. Then I have a Proto Glow turn in there as well. I've been interested to kind of mess with again. The beefy Nuke SS is a really interesting disc. Oh, and it skips and rolls to perfection. That is really stable for a Nuke SS. And I've got the Proto Glow turn, 168. Oh, stable's out too. Hit the tree. Hit something. Oh, we're in the road with the turn. Man, must be the tailwind. It's really stable. Man, if that Nuke SS had just a little bit of dome on it with that flight path, that would be like a perfect distance driver. But it's going to lose out on a good amount of distance just by not having any dome to it. All right, I took the Nuke and brought it like 10 feet to the right just for flat ground. I want to throw the Skeeter again. Had to put us in a Skeeter spot. It like almost wants to turn automatically, but doesn't burn. I think the Skeeter might secretly be a fire mid-range. Skeeter, circle's edge, peak. Just an inch short. Unfortunate. Hole 8 is another awesome par 4. Another dog leg, hard left. CD2. The CD2 is pinched off to the right. We're going to throw the JLS from here. The point of today is not necessarily to play a real round, but just test out all these new discs. 150 JLS. That thing is so nice. Unbelievable JLS. The second shot on hole 8 here is one of the trickiest par 4 second shots that we have in the area. It's so hard to put it nose up for the height, but flippy enough to get the forward pushing shot. JLS was perfect. It's got the look of Star, but the feel of CE plastic. I don't know when they stopped doing Millennium CE discs. This has a 2010 stamp on it. Could have potentially been made in like 2009. If you know anything about this run, let me know in the comments below. It's got patent numbers. Looks very similar to like a TL in my mind. This Wasp feels like it's about ready to explode. It's leaking oil, it leaves a residue on your hands, and that's usually a recipe for disaster with these old disc crafts. I got a diabolical gap in front of me. It's basically hit the gap or the disc will explode. That's how I feel about the shot right now. Oh, doesn't hit a single tree. I think that's going to be just outside the circle with a little downhill death putt. But whew, that Wasp wasn't ready to go quite yet. The amount of distance that the Wasp just got is insane. We went long of the amateur pin. We're actually pretty close to the long pin, which I would usually throw a driver on this shot and land roughly in the same spot. Hole 11 shapes up perfectly for the overstable Nuke SS. Just need to hit the gap on the left side. The disc should fade over on its own. And then get beefy. That should be absolutely parked, if not at least in the circle. That is such a bizarre disc. That's one really interesting thing that excites me about getting used discs in general. Like there's a reason when that person went to the disc golf store and returned that disc, it was because probably they bought a Nuke SS wanting it to be flippy. And then they're like, this thing's not flippy at all. And then they trade it in. I've also gotten some like really overstable Innova Star Leopards that were staples in my bag for a long time. People bought a Leopard hoping it'd be flippy. And then I have Leopards that are stable as a Thunderbird. So maybe not getting its intended use, but they're still super useful nonetheless. Nuke, absolutely parked. Hole 12, 800 feet, longest hole of the day. We got the Discmania DD in the house. We just need to get into Skeeter range for the epic turnover down the tunnel. If that fades, it's amazing. Oh, that's staying there for a long time. Oh, I think it faded back just at the end, just enough to where we will have a pretty tight Skeeter turnover, but a Skeeter turnover nonetheless. This was an immaculate drive, not quite as far as I was hoping. We're not quite in Skeeter range, but I do think we could potentially be in function range. I'm going to trust this thing up high and see if it will still turn a little nose up and a little high. That might be it. It's my best second shot ever on this hole. I didn't hear anything solid. That could have got way down the gap. The function's not useful for a lot of shots, but for that shot, very, very good at what it does. Absolutely unbelievable shot. Dead center of the tunnel. The tunnel from the entrance of the tunnel to the basket, I would say, is right around 225 feet per se. This is definitely the closest I've ever been after 2 shots. See if we can't make magic happen. Get the 3 with the peak. Oh, it's got a chance. Swing. Oh, the wind knocked it down. All right, I wasn't fully sold on the function, but I am fully on board for the function now. That's not a shot you need often, but when you need it, you need a disc like this in your bag. Whether you're bagging the Supersonic Pond Skater, the function, D-Line FD, you need something that you can just kind of yank in the air and just let it all the way to the ground. That's probably going to be a great place to finish off today's video. I just want to showcase some of the discs I've picked up and used bins along the way over the last 4 or 5 months that I don't think I've really, at least, maybe I've shown you guys once, but I haven't fully showcased them on the channel yet. We had some really fun ones that we got to throw today. I think the Skeeter's something I'm going to continue to mess with. Obviously, I have a lot of mid-ranges that I really like between the Detour and the Buzz and some of the other really great mid-ranges on the market right now. You guys know I love a good style points disc. And what gets more style points than the PFN Skeeter? I don't know. You'll have to let me know in the comments down below. Also, that shot sold me on the function. Super weird first run Nuke SS that flies honestly like a Nuke OS. Really interesting set of discs. I had a really fun time kind of sharing these with you guys today. I'm still working on my form and technique, so I'm going to spend the rest of the round just working on my form, working on the plant, getting my hips involved. A lot of stuff you guys have been seeing me work on in my disc golf lesson series. So yeah, I'm going to go work on that. I'm going to just do that unfilmed so I can really focus on trying to get better during the rest of my time out here today. Let me know if you enjoyed today's video. Let me know if you want to see the Skeeter only round. Stay humble, live with gratitude. I'll catch you in the next one. Shout out to Disc Golf Deals USA. Use my link down below for 10% off. And shout out to Berg's Disc Sports, Ice 20, bergsdiscsports.com, 20% off. Catch you in the next one. See ya.